come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
72.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
We got flyers. We got 3. 24 is the mic. Quit talking about it and bring it.
Brady now to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, check it.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Darnold. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. The punt team now as this one sent away. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
4 yards remain for second down.
Shadow! Let's get off the field.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 43 yards. And the Panthers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right. Ozzy.
Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Brady. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to...
And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time. Go 50.
From the 44, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, 43 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Faking the give, Darnold. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson. 61 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
14, Buccaneers 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Alabama, 380. Single. Here we go. Watch 7. Watch 7. Yeah, let's get 7.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, they came up with points in their first two possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their third drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap.
Just trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking? Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. It's Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that route. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well.
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. A.J. Boye with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Now he'll escape to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Yo, 66. Turn up. Kill, turn up. Hey, pack it.
Brady going to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Brady going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
24 is the mic. Come on, D. Hey, Alabama.
To throw, it's Brady. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
72.
A handoff to Fournette. Pushes him over. And he's taken down inside the 30. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Pride. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Darnold on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. Again, he targets Moore. This one is complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Ndamukong Suh able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Looking for the out route, and he's got Moore. Touchdown! DJ Moore. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Hey! 24 is the mic. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 24 is the mic. Hey. Shadow!
first and 10. Here's Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 28.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Brady now to throw. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will make this a 4-point game.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. There's Tremble, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's going to look deep for Moore. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the fourth, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The 30, 20, 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2. So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5.